scrolling and check your pocket right now, because the state quarter sitting in your change jar could secretly be worth a jaw-dropping fortune. Most people are spending these coins every single day without realizing collectors are fighting over certain hidden treasures worth serious money. Do not spend these coins. Some of these quarters carry silent fortune hiding in plain sight, and what comes next gets even rarer, more shocking, and harder to find. This is real auction shock nobody talks about. First up, the moment most people see a 2022 state quarter with a P mint mark, they toss it into a vending machine without a second thought. That's the mistake that could cost someone a life-changing amount of money. And what makes this story terrifying is how ordinary this coin looks at first glance. No glowing colors, no giant error jumping out at your face, just a quiet little quarter hiding in plain sight, while collectors across America quietly hunt for the cleanest surviving examples. This is not fiction. Some of these coins are being treated like buried treasure because the right 2022 P quarter in fine condition has triggered unbelievable collector demand that keeps getting hotter every year. Do not spend this coin until you know exactly what you're holding. What makes the year 2022 so important is the pressure America was under during that period. The United States Mint was dealing with intense production demands, while the country pushed through economic uncertainty, inflation fears, supply chain disruptions, and rising public dependence on circulating cash again. Millions of coins were struck rapidly to keep commerce moving. But under that pressure, something happened collectors never ignore. Quality control became inconsistent. Dies wore down harder. Strike quality shifted from batch to batch. And certain 2022 quarters developed a reputation among advanced collectors for carrying unusually sharp details, darker original surfaces, and strange mint textures that created obsessive demand. Most people never notice these tiny differences, but collectors absolutely do. Now here's where things start getting serious. The Philadelphia Mint mark, the tiny P stamped on the coin, became a huge point of obsession because many collectors believe some 2022 P quarter batches were preserved in unusually low numbers compared to what should have survived naturally. That sounds impossible when millions were minted, but survival is everything in coin collecting. Coins get scratched, cleaned, damaged, dropped, polished, and destroyed every single day. The number originally minted means nothing if pristine or naturally aged survivors become difficult to locate years later. That's why collectors are quietly paying shocking amounts for examples with untouched surfaces and original texture. Most people are unknowingly destroying value before they even realize they have it. Take a close look at the front of the coin, because this detail changes everything. The obverse features the familiar portrait of George Washington, but collectors study far more than the face itself. They inspect the sharpness of Washington's hair details, the definition around the jawline, the crispness of the lettering, and the texture around the rim. The inscriptions, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the year 2022 all matter deeply. On valuable examples, the strike appears unusually bold, with almost glowing definition under light. Weak strikes lose attention fast, but coins with strong pressure during minting become magnets for aggressive bidding wars. This is why two quarters that look identical to regular people can have wildly different market values inside the collector world. Flip the coin over, and the reverse becomes another battlefield for collectors. The back design carries intricate artwork tied to the modern American Women Quarter series, introduced during this period, and serious buyers obsess over line sharpness, lettering alignment, and surface preservation. Tiny details around the design edges can separate an average quarter from one that creates auction chaos. Some collectors spend years hunting for coins with balanced strike pressure, across both sides, because many examples from high production years developed uneven detail due to dye fatigue. That production stress matters more than most people understand. Under intense mint demand, dyes begin wearing down, and once the details soften, later strikes lose the sharp beauty elite collectors crave. And then there's the metal composition, something many casual viewers completely overlook. This quarter was struck using a copper core layered with cupronickel, giving it durability while maintaining the classic silver-like appearance Americans instantly recognize. But over time, natural circulation creates unique toning patterns across the surface. Some coins darken gently around the edges, while others develop soft gray or smoky textures that collectors describe as honest aging. Never clean that surface. The second somebody scrubs the coin, dips it in chemicals, or tries to make it shiny, the hidden value can collapse instantly. Original toning matters because it proves authenticity and untouched survival. Collectors would rather own a naturally aged quarter than a bright polished one destroyed by cleaning. Now pay attention to the physical feel, because experienced collectors absolutely do. The 2022p quarter weighs approximately 5.67 grams, carries a diameter of about 24.26 millimeters, and maintains a thickness near 1.75 millimeters. Even the girth and edge reading matter, because unusual wear patterns can reveal whether the coin survived decades of abuse or escaped circulation early. Some collectors hold coins under direct light and slowly rotate them, searching for original mint luster still hiding beneath darker surfaces. That subtle flash can mean serious money. Most people miss this because they only see a quarter. Collectors see surviving history under pressure. What truly drives the value into shocking territory is the emotional side of collector psychology. Wealthy buyers are no longer chasing only ancient coins or famous silver dollars. Modern rarities with strange survival stories have exploded in popularity because they feel attainable, yet incredibly difficult to locate in premium condition. The 2022p quarter sits right inside that dangerous sweet spot. It's modern enough that people still accidentally spend it, but rare enough in untouched collectible form that competition has become aggressive. Some collectors are quietly holding these coins instead of selling because they believe future demand will become even more intense. When supply shrinks while obsession grows, prices can become absolutely explosive. And yes, auctions have already shown behavior that stunned people watching from the sidelines. Certain examples described as exceptionally preserved with original surfaces and strong strike definition triggered fierce bidding battles. Not loud public hype, quiet, strategic bidding. That's usually where the real money lives. Wealthy collectors don't always advertise what they're chasing. They move silently. And when one collector finally secures a top example, another collector is left desperate to find the next surviving coin before prices climb again. That emotional pressure is exactly why some examples connected to this quarter have reportedly touched market values around $90,000 under the right circumstances. You are literally looking at hidden wealth disguised as pocket change. But here's the part that scares serious collectors the most. Every single day, these quarters are still being spent at gas stations, grocery stores, laundromats, and drive-through windows all across America. People dump them into coin machines without inspection. Children lose them in couch cushions. Others clean them with baking soda, thinking they're helping preserve them. That destroys the original surfaces collectors desperately want. This is why survival numbers keep shrinking even though the coins originally entered circulation in large amounts. Human behavior creates rarity faster than mintages sometimes do. If you think you may have one of these quarters, the first thing to check is the mint mark. Look carefully for the small P near Washington's portrait. Then examine the surfaces under soft light. Do not wipe the coin. Do not polish it. Do not scratch it trying to test the metal. Collectors want originality above everything else. Dark toning, antique-looking texture, and untouched surfaces can dramatically increase interest. Next, study the edges and lettering. Strong details matter. Weak, washed-out examples rarely command the same emotional reaction during auctions. Professional grading is critical because authentication and condition verification create trust among serious buyers. Without grading, many collectors will hesitate to pay premium prices. Patience is another hidden weapon in this market. The people making serious money with coins usually are not the ones rushing to sell immediately. They understand collector cycles, scarcity trends, and emotional demand. As more examples disappear into private collections, fewer become available for open market sales. That shrinking supply changes everything. Some collectors believe modern quarters connected to important minting periods could become future legends because surviving untouched examples are already becoming difficult to source. This is exactly why quiet fortunes are built slowly inside the coin world, while the public keeps ignoring what's sitting right in front of them. And what makes this even crazier is that the next coin in this video may be even more dangerous to overlook. Because unlike this 2022p quarter hiding silent fortune in circulation, the next coin has a detail so shocking that some collectors refuse to believe it exists until they see it with their own eyes. Stay till the end, because what comes next could make this quarter look small. A lot of people laugh when someone says an ordinary-looking quarter could secretly change a life. But those same people are the ones dumping rare coins into parking meters every single day without even checking the date. And the 2011 state quarter has become one of those terrifying, hidden discoveries collectors refuse to ignore. This coin looks harmless, quiet, forgettable. But the deeper collectors looked into surviving examples from Denver, the more obsessed they became. And now, some buyers are hunting these coins with an intensity that's turning ordinary pocket change into silent fortune. Do not spend this coin until you know exactly what you're holding. What makes this quarter so dangerous to overlook is how normal it appears during fast, everyday transactions. Someone gets it in change from a grocery store, tosses it into a cup holder, scratches it against keys, and destroys something collectors might have paid a fortune to own. That's the tragedy of modern coin collecting. The rarest treasures are often hiding in plain sight, while millions of people unknowingly erase their value forever. And this is not hype. The 2011 quarter has slowly built a reputation among serious collectors because of its unusual survival patterns, sharp strike quality on select pieces, and rising scarcity in untouched, fine-condition examples. The year 2011 was a strange period in American history, and that pressure mattered more than most people realize. The country was still feeling the effects of economic uncertainty following the financial struggles that shook millions of households. People were watching every dollar carefully. Cash circulation stayed intense. Coins moved rapidly through stores, banks, vending machines, and daily commerce. At the same time, the United States Mint continued producing huge quantities of circulating coinage under constant operational demand. When mints operate under pressure, collectors pay attention because production stress can quietly create future treasures. Dies wear down differently. Strike quality changes. Surface textures become inconsistent. And hidden rarities begin separating themselves from ordinary coins years later. The Denver Mint mark is one of the biggest reasons collectors fixate on this specific quarter. That tiny D stamped near the front of the coin transformed into an obsession once collectors noticed how difficult it became finding naturally preserved examples with strong detail and untouched surfaces. Survival matters more than mintage numbers. Millions can be produced, but if high-quality survivors disappear into circulation damage, collector demand explodes for the few remaining coins that escaped abuse. Most people never think about that. They assume old equals valuable. But inside the collector world, condition can completely rewrite reality. The obverse side of the coin immediately captures experienced collectors because of the familiar yet powerful portrait of George Washington staring forward with incredible historical weight. Around him are the inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the year 2011. But advanced collectors aren't just looking at words. They inspect the exact sharpness of Washington's hair strands, the strength of the jawline, the spacing of the lettering, and the texture surrounding the rim. Tiny details invisible to casual people become emotional triggers inside auctions. One slightly sharper strike can send collectors into bidding battles because they know those details become harder to find as years pass. Then comes the reverse design, and this is where the quarter becomes even more fascinating. The artwork tied to the State Quarter series carries patriotic symbolism, detailed line work, and intricate textures collectors obsess over under magnification. Many surviving examples from 2011 show uneven wear because they circulated heavily during a difficult economic period. But when a sharply detailed reverse appears with balanced surfaces and natural toning, collectors notice immediately. They study every inch of the coin. They look at lettering clarity. They analyze strike depth. They compare edge sharpness and background smoothness. What seems ridiculous to outsiders becomes serious business inside elite collector circles. Now here's something most people never hear. The metal composition of this coin quietly plays a huge role in how it ages over time. The 2011 D quarter was struck using a copper core covered in cupronickel layers, giving it durability for circulation while maintaining that familiar silver-colored appearance Americans instantly recognize. But as these coins traveled through years of handling, temperature changes, moisture exposure, and circulation friction, some developed beautiful natural toning patterns collectors now desperately chase. Soft gray surfaces, dark antique edges, smoky textures under light. Those untouched surfaces can create emotional reactions among buyers because they represent originality. Never clean this coin. The second somebody polishes it, dips it in chemicals, or wipes away natural toning, they can permanently destroy collector interest. This detail changes everything. Many collectors actually prefer coins with honest age rather than artificial brightness. A naturally toned quarter tells a survival story. It proves the coin lived through years untouched by damaging cleaning attempts. Once cleaned, a coin loses character. Worse, professional graders can instantly detect improper cleaning under magnification, and that single mistake can collapse value dramatically. That's why serious collectors handle rare quarters carefully, often using gloves or soft holders to avoid damaging the surface. Original condition is everything. The physical specifications of the coin matter far more than casual viewers realize. This quarter carries an approximate weight of 5.67 grams, a diameter of around 24.26 millimeters, and a thickness near 1.75 millimeters. Even the reeded edge around the girth becomes important because excessive wear along those ridges can reveal years of harsh circulation. Collectors rotate the coin under direct light, searching for remaining mint luster hiding beneath darker surfaces. Sometimes, just a faint flash of original brilliance along Washington's cheek or inside the reverse design can completely transform how desirable the coin becomes. Most people miss this because they move too fast. Collectors slow down and inspect every microscopic detail, and the emotional demand behind this quarter is becoming intense. Wealthy buyers and long-term collectors are quietly locking away premium examples rather than selling them back into the market. That creates a dangerous situation for future buyers because available supply keeps shrinking while awareness grows online. Once collectors emotionally connect with a coin, they become extremely difficult to compete against during auctions. They don't see metal. They see survival, rarity, history, and hidden opportunity. This is why auction rooms sometimes become strangely silent before aggressive bidding suddenly erupts. One collector places a strong bid, another refuses to lose, and suddenly an ordinary-looking quarter becomes the center of a financial battle. The most shocking part is that this quarter still slips through everyday circulation completely unnoticed. It gets spent at gas stations. It disappears into self-checkout machines. Kids use it for snacks. People throw it into jars without inspection. Meanwhile, advanced collectors are searching bankrolls and estate collections, trying desperately to locate untouched survivors before somebody damages them forever. This is hidden wealth, moving through ordinary hands every single day. And most people are accidentally losing it. Now let's talk about rarity, because this is where fear starts creeping into the story. Many 2011 quarters suffered brutal circulation wear almost immediately after entering commerce. Scratches, cleaning attempts, rim damage, moisture exposure, and heavy handling wiped out countless examples. Finding one today with strong detail, original surfaces, balanced strike quality, and attractive toning has become far more difficult than casual people understand. That survival gap is exactly what creates collector obsession. Scarcity is not always about low mintage. Sometimes it's about how few truly desirable examples remain years later. Professional grading has become absolutely critical for coins like this because authentication creates trust in high-dollar markets. Serious buyers want confirmation that the surfaces are original, the strike quality is authentic, and the condition matches collector standards. A raw coin sitting loose in a drawer creates uncertainty. A professionally graded example sealed inside a certified holder immediately gains stronger market confidence. That trust is often what separates ordinary offers from life-changing auction moments. Never underestimate how important grading has become in today's coin market. And yes, the market behavior around this quarter has shocked people. Certain fine condition examples with exceptional preservation and original toning reportedly reached astonishing auction levels, approaching $130,000 under the right circumstances. That number sounds impossible until you understand how emotional scarcity works. When wealthy collectors believe a coin is disappearing from the market, they become aggressive. They stop thinking like casual buyers and start thinking like hunters, chasing the next hidden treasure before somebody else secures it forever. If you think you have one of these quarters, the first thing to check is the mint mark. Look carefully for the small D indicating the Denver Mint. Next, inspect the surfaces under soft lighting. Do not scrub the coin. Do not wash it. Do not try making it shiny. Collectors want originality, even if the coin appears darker or older than expected. Then, examine the strike quality. Are the details sharp? Is the lettering crisp? Are the edges strong? Tiny differences matter enormously in this market. And remember, patience creates wealth. The people who rush often destroy value before understanding what they had. There's also something psychological happening with modern collectible quarters that makes them uniquely powerful. Older rare coins already sit inside museums, vaults, or elite collections. But modern, hidden rarities like the 2011 quarter create a dangerous feeling collectors can't resist because they believe treasure is still out there waiting to be discovered. That possibility keeps demand alive. It keeps people searching pocket change late at night. It keeps collectors opening old jars, hoping the next coin they touch changes everything. And what comes next in this series may be even more unbelievable, because the next quarter has a detail so rare and so emotionally explosive that some collectors literally refuse to spend any coin from that year until they inspect every single one. Stay tuned, because the next hidden treasure makes this discovery look small,